This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers and the Houston Oilers.
Cam Little to kick off.
And we are underway from Houston. Good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Throwing to start the drive, Ramirez. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Up the middle they go. It's Burnett. And he stopped immediately there. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Let's go now. Deputy Lions. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ramirez. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw, Ramirez. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You look at this defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he's going to have the Packers' 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield. And
left sideline dive, and it looks like he's got it. Touchdown, Packers. Marvin Harrison Jr. with an amazing diving catch. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? Ready,
They begin with a run by Davis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Viking 18, Dragon 60.
Operating from the gun. Robbins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ortiz. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard
And we're going to see the
line.
ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, first down.
Shot alert, shot alert. Stop, hut, hut.
A first down carry for Davis. Oh, a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Robbins. He finds his man complete. That's Gutierrez. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
On the
3rd and 3.
Get it. Ready.
Back to throw. Robbins. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Got it.
About
Ready.
set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2nd down and 8.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Operating from the gun, Ramirez. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
That's another.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
At the 8-yard line.
The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Ready?
Looking to throw. Ramirez. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Brock Bowers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Oilers, nothing.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Here we go. Shot. Go.
Operating from the gun, Robbins. And this one's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Ready up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
This is fielded at the 27. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Cougar 19.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. On the right side, he finds Burnett. And he's got room. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes for a gain of 31.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38.
19 shots.
Now a handoff up the middle. Burnett. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
60 Eagles, 60
They'll send the
Eagles.
tight end in motion left. 2nd and 11. That is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And This is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
21. Spoilers, nothing.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? Now the game's being played, figure it out both ways, and try and find a way to win.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ready.
2nd and 2. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ortiz. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
At the 26-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Robbins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw. Robbins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Okay, break. Come on, set. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Oilers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Oilers 7. Cam Little to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
On the ready.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one too low. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
The dial at the corner breaks that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Robbins. He's going to look deep down the field. And some space here. Across midfield. He's on his way. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Robbins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Off the play fake. Robbins. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Robbins. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Chavez. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Ready, set.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. These guys running back out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
At the Packers' 46-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Off play action. Robbins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Burnett. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Ready? Go.
Operating from the gun, Ramirez.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
The third down pass. Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more there and another first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
That's a gain of 5.
And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Oilers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Oilers 14. Cam Little to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Ready.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready. 19-18.
Looking to throw. Ramirez. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
On the double.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Here we go. Start. Cougar knife.
Operating from the gun. Robbins getting this ball out wide for Davis. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Back to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
Well, he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. It's a big loss of 5 there on second down to bring up third and goal.
Come on. 70, 60 Maverick.
Operating from the gun, Robbins. And he's got it. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Oilers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Ramirez. To the sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
19 Tiger. 70 Timberwolves.
Operating from the gun, Ramirez. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He'll look to set up his blockers. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
38-yard line.
Ready.
This is first and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing to start the drive. Robbins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Robbins. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
A big play here. 3rd and 2.
Ready.
Back to throw. And he's caught. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
He finds his man, complete. That's Gutierrez. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll try the right side here with Davis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Here's 3rd down and 5.
Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't.
Now 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Now another timeout called for by the offense. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Come on.
He's back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The offense will line up for a 2-point.
They'll try and throw for it. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for
themselves a lead here late in the ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Their own 32-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
That's what it's been like all game long. Everything just a fraction off. Remember, all they're doing here is looking to get into field goal range. But right now, that's a tall task with the way this defense is playing. And with time, a huge factor as well.
Here we go, here we go. Bronco 80.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready, ready.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half.